Hello guys, welcome to another video about blackjack, and sorry for another video about Brexit, but I've had some interesting arguments, shall we say, on Facebook, so I thought I shall go through some of the comments with you in this week's video. So let's step over to the computer and have a look. Oops. There you go. So let's have a quick look. It is one by Drew Lawson. The people didn't elect him, he was chosen by members of a private club. Now this is on about Boris Johnson becoming PM. So let's see what my reply is to that. Drew Lawson, the people elected the Conservatives, not a PM. He is the leader of the Conservatives, so he's PM. You do not elect a person in a general election, you elect a party. No PM was elected by the people. In a general election, on the voting slip it says your local PM, then the party. It does not say Theresa May, it does not say Boris Johnson, it does not say David Cameron, it does not say Jeremy Corbyn. In that you are part of the constituents. It only states the local MP for the party. Now if the party voted him in as their leader and they are the governing party of the government, then he automatically or she automatically becomes the Prime Minister of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Logic. Next one. This is good. This is about the Daily Express reporting that no deal is going to happen. Well, we're leaving and no deal will probably happen. So I replied to it. It's about time mainstream media stop telling us BS and just tell the truth. The majority of the British people, myself included, just wanted out. And then Christine Marshall, you want leave, but you want exactly does that mean? If you cannot articulate that, then you don't know what you voted for. So I reply, Christine Marshall, I know what I voted for, leave, as in clean break. And then this William Johnson chipped in. I guess someone forgot to tell the Scots and Northern Irish that, mate. You can only claim a majority of Britons if they voted for it too. The English and Welsh are not the majority of Britons. Well, sorry William, but in the first past the post type scenario, which is what the vote was, it was the majority of the people, there was no districts or no nothing, it was just straight first past the party. The majority of the population of the United Kingdom with Northern Ireland is in England. Now mind the Welsh, the majority of the GDP in the whole of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland is in England. Now mind the Welsh, well if you include the Welsh as well, it's even worse for you lot. So what another stupid comment. So Christy Marshall came back after that. Clean break is not articling your vision of Brexit, not by a long shot. I suggest you're too diagnostic to be able to formulate an intelligent response. So I'm not intelligent. I've got 2 degrees and I'm not intelligent. Yeah. Just because I'm a Brexiteer, I'm automatically stupid. Yeah. 2 degrees. I'm stupid. I'm not intelligent. I voted to leave the EU. I voted for no deal. If we got a deal, fair enough. We still left the EU. But it has to be a deal. But means we come out of the customs union and have a trade deal. We come out of free movement and control our borders. We come out of the European Court of Justice and human rights. So we can do our own We control our own laws, we control our borders, we control our policies. If they want a trade deal, fine, we'll have a trade deal. It's not a problem. If not, we'll just trade on WTO terms. There's 190 odd more countries we can trade with. The US has already said they want a trade deal with us. Canada has already said they want a trade deal with us. Australia has already said they want a trade deal with us. Those countries alone make up more GDP than what the whole of the EU does, especially when we leave with our 2.7 trillion economy. It's even more so. So, God knows what she's on about. I know what I voted for. I voted for it at the end of the day. Anyway, next comment. Funny you say that pick and choose is undemocratic, but that's the reason for Brexit in the first place. When you allowed to pick and choose membership perks, so more hypocrisy on the British behalf. After a coming recession worldwide caused by Trump trade wars and Brexit itself, Brexit causes a... How can Brexit cause a worldwide recession? Yeah, we might be the 5th biggest economy in the world, but we're not that bloody big. In case you don't know, since the last recession, the EU created a new fund to which every member contributes to as a safety net for member states in case any goes into recession. The EU has made a few new deals so that surplus of trade will happen after Brexit. Not because the EU can't sell to the UK or whatever, but because you will not be able to afford to buy EU stuff, as you will not be able to afford it. You just said that twice, but never mind. One, tariffs will make it more expensive. You can kiss goodbye to that new BMW you would like to have. You said I want a new BMW. Don't like German cars. 2, recession will hit you regardless of you wanting it or not. So the surplus that will be exported to Japan, the 3rd biggest economy in the world, Australia, Canada, the 2 most influential Commonwealth members, Mexico bloc, the 7th biggest world economy, and the 5th biggest market outside the EU, Singapore, and so on. So I say that the 6% of EU exports going to the UK at that moment is already have destination. Where will you send almost 50% of your trade to the rest of the Commonwealth members? Like those few islands that you've lost in the Atlantic and Pacific, or the Antarctica, or I know, it will be the USA with the President America First policy. Good luck, mate. We EU citizens still love you Brits, despite Brits hating us. Yeah, okay, let's see what I put in reply. BMW, lol. What a joke that car is. I hate BMWs, I cannot stand them, sorry, but nothing against Germans, I just do not like BMWs. Mercedes, I had one, way too expensive to repair, got rid of it. You're going about the size of economies, yet forgetting we alone are the 5th biggest one in the world, not counting trade pacts and so on. So not like the whole of the EU clumped together. We just won't stop trading because we left the EU. The EU is just a trading bloc that's trying to be a federal state of Europe with its own army and so on. You mentioned Australia. They've already stated they will sign a free deal with us as soon as we leave. The same with Canada. The US is also keen for a trade deal with its oldest and closest ally. Just those countries alone have more GDP than the EU, and a lot more after our 2.7 trillion economy leaves. I don't hate Europe at all. I just don't like what the EU is trying to turn Europe into. Now, trade just will not stop with the EU once we leave the EU. We will just trade on WTO terms, as in us not being able to afford to get stuff from the EU. As stated in my reply, we are the 5th biggest economy in the world. We have a 2.7 trillion economy. I'm sure we can buy stuff from the EU. If we don't like the EU prices, we'll just move our business elsewhere. That's business. We are a global leader in a lot of stuff. We have the best defence in Europe. BAE Systems, best defence company in Europe by far. We have the best intelligence services in Europe, probably the world. We are one of the only 2 countries in Europe with nukes, the other one being France. We have the best military in the world, maybe France as well, retired. So the bang goes the EU army, because I'm sure the French won't do it. The German economy is almost in recession. The French economy is almost in recession. The Italian economy is almost in recession. Spain's economy is just about coming out of recession, but probably go back in it once the slumdown closes. Brexit did not cause the global slowdown. Trump trade wars did with China. They're the 2 economies what can affect the world trade, not Brexit. Brexit's too small. What is a 2.7 trillion economy compared to a 22 trillion economy and an 8 to 9 trillion economy, which is what China is. That's how far the US is ahead, by the way. So yeah, well, maybe 12 trillion by now. Japan may be with because they're the 3rd biggest economy. I think they're about 8 trillion, 7 or 8 trillion, something like that. Germany's the 4th with 4 trillion. They won't cause a recession, world recession. Not big enough. The only 2 economies really which are big enough is China and the US. So no, Brexit did not cause the global slowdown. The trade war between China and the US is causing the global slowdown. Come on. You need to get your facts right. I'm sick to death of all this crap going on Facebook about Ramonas. Here's another one. This is a classic one. I love this one. Let's see if I can get this right. Here we go. Ramona is a childist insult. This is what a Ramona put on. A Ramona is childish insult. I have to explain what a Ramona is. No, a Ramona is someone who cannot accept that a vote was cast, remain or leave. Leave won by 52% to 48%. It doesn't matter, it was only 4%, either 4% total, 2% either way. Leave won. Then a Ramona cannot accept that Article 50 was voted for by 498 MPs, which is now the law. Now it doesn't matter those 498 MPs did not understand what they were voting for. They voted for it and it is now law. The law states that we leave with or without a deal on the 31st of October. That is after the extension. That is what a Remainer is, an undemocratic mourning people. Okay? At the end of the day, we voted to leave. Now, if we cannot get a deal, as stated by Article 50, we leave with no deal. The EU is not willing to drop this Irish backstop, which will keep Northern Ireland separate from the UK. It is like us telling Germany, sorry, but we want you to have a separate trade deal to the rest of Europe. How would Germany and Europe feel about that? That is the same as for us and the Northern Irish backstop. Northern Ireland is part of the UK. It's part of our country. Okay? I've got family in Northern Ireland. I served 2 tours in Northern Ireland. I've got connections to Northern Ireland. Okay? Northern Ireland is part of the UK. I'm quarter Irish myself. Okay? Doesn't matter. You cannot break up a country for a trade deal. If the EU does not want to put a fair and proper trade deal with the UK, then we live with no deal. It is that simple. You can mourn about it as much as you want. You lost the vote. saying that, oh, we should have another vote now. No, that's not how democracy works. Democracy works that you have a vote, then the government has got to act on that vote. Now the government has not acted on the original vote. Now after we leave, if you want another referendum to rejoin the EU, fair enough. I'm not going to moan about that. You'll probably get defeated. I'm not going to moan about that. We've always said that in the short term there will be problems. Of course there's going to be problems. No Brexiteer will tell you there won't be any problems. The best thing we can do is prepare for those problems. It's what the Maybot people did not do, but the Boris Johnson people are doing. But at the end of the day, the UK as a country voted to leave. Doesn't matter whether the Scottish or the Irish did not vote to leave. They are part of the UK. The UK as a whole voted to leave. That's all there is to it. Rather leave with a trade deal, or we leave without a deal. Personally, I prefer to leave with a trade deal, but nothing to tie us to the EU. If you can get a trade deal, fine. If you can't get a trade deal, we leave with no deal. We just trade in WTO terms. Simple. Anyway, this is Blackjack signing off.